Very slowly, but Ragnaros is loading.
Ragnaros, by any chance, get his internet connection from the UA ISP.
Oh, no, don't plug a Mega Nuke's internet connection.
Player
If you
defeated.
didn't use code FLU then.
Well, anyway, in the top right as the purple Latin Confederation, we have JackoDerp.
In the bottom left, that's the orange Psi Corps. Near the dead tree, we have Ragnaros.
That is actually a dead tree, there's no dead tree.
Would be a good idea to build a watchtower over there.
This isn't
Once-
Age of Empires
Once
3.
Ragnaros advances to the feudal age, yeah?
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Good.
So, if the bracket had any
I'm
semblance
not
of...
in a team with anyone, so I can't see shit.
I think a lot of people probably would have liked this matchup to be the grand final matchup, but no, fuck you, this is the semis instead. So...
Both of it should be good. If it's SimCity, then I'm just gonna... The English are angry that you destroyed their outpost. Well, we have an Englishman here. He might be angry at destroying the outpost.
I mean, normally if you came up and just destroyed my outpost, I would be very angry. Rude to destroy people's outposts. Didn't they teach you that when you were a kid? Anyway.
University composer.
Jacko at the start of this called the matchup predictable with that I assume he's expected Ragnaros would pick Psi Corps. So now the question at hand is this.
Russia a lot before in the past, but
Ragnaros has seen
Psi Corps.
we've seen a shift for Ragnaros towards Epsilon factions mostly. So I think in the previous games most of what he played would be Epsilon. I think he's played Headquarters previously, obviously Psi Corps. And I'm not sure if he's played Cell yet, I think he has, but...
Yeah, he has. That's when he absolutely demolished Alarak.
Oh
like
yeah,
the
so
cable
it was.
pipeline.
So it was. Terror drone out the war factory for Jacko, but being immediately followed by another war miner, conventional Soviets. Ragnaros just going straight on the ghost miner production. Dogs being blown up by initiates. Jacko
Although you
looking to
could have expected him to be Russia in this case, considering last time he just spammed sentry guns and just
camped
didn't
Russia
die.
tier 3.
SimCity his way to Volkov.
Both players controlling at the moment an even amount of oil out, but Ragnaros looking to change that with this engineer initiate task force. However, there is a terror drone skittering around the map, and
There's
Jacko has
also
fully
a-
garrisoned to 10. Yeah, that
That is
engineer...
left
Ooh.
two on 1 HP, and then for the rest, all his initiatives are still healthy.
Jacko put the terror drone on no fire mode as a way to deliberately stop it from
Can he
acquiring.
send-
It's gonna get the engineer! Jacko maintaining control of his oil. Still seeing ghost miners coming out the war factory for Ragnaros and JackoDerp, going quite heavy on the economy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have SimCity. That's a
Second war factory and Jaguar tanks.
Pandora Hub is coming for Ragnaros. That should be Marauders.
It is, and Ragnaros is going for a second war factory. I think we're going to be seeing
boy.
a lot of Marauders. Jacko having hidden also his own second war factory and is now making Jaguar tanks.
Jaguar tanks, mortar quads. I don't have an answer for Marauders, is the question.
I think the mortar quads are the answer to the Marauder problem at this
Do
stage.
they have the range for that?
I think they do.
The Marauders still have speed. That's the first Marauder.
Jacko working on his
Ragnaros also put-
third war factory.
Oh, that's gonna be heavy tier 1. Oh boy.
We're seeing a bioreactor come out for Ragnaros here.
I said SimCity and instead Jacko decides, no, I'm going to attack.
Well, he hasn't
Not
attacked
SimCity.
yet.
That's a giant
He's,
blob of
he's
initiates.
seeing a team of 3 Marauders and a sizable initiate team up against 5 Jaguar tanks, a team of mortar quads, and a bunch of conscripts next to a garrisoned 10
Ground
Jacko.
under attack. Stop shooting the ground, it makes the German angry.
Repair drone down. Mortar quads
the
open
ground
up on
again.
initiates. as they go towards straight into the tent. Oh, that tent's going to become ungarrisoned. Here comes the main engagement. Water pods are up at the front.
Out in the open, they're gonna get absolutely destroyed by initiates. Jack's trying to do some crushes.
Jacks do get
well,
a fair
the
number
two
of missions.
Marauders are still alive.
Marauders are intact. He lost Marauders. I counted 3 earlier. Jacko having lost this engagement.
Doesn't he have any counters for Marauders? Because
he's got radar out and making another Tesla reactor. I think you might see Field Bureau. Ragnaros working on a 4th war factory here.
Well,
Jacko put his Tesla reactor down. What are we gonna see?
Stop attacking the ground! What has that ever done to you?
These Jaguar tanks are...
Concrete.
Oh, no, they're gonna get... They got a one Marauder at the
Marauder.
cost of 1 Jaguar. That's actually pretty cost efficient. I think... How much did Marauders cost?
That's way more. 1100?
1100? Okay.
A lot of Marauders.
Bringing some long-range anti-armor. Gonna try and get the crushes, but Ragnaros does execute some good spells.
Damage to these.
Seeing a couple of terror drones out here.
Well, Ragnaros is moving out his MCV towards an expansion.
He's sitting quite comfortably in the
drones
factories.
These are
Jacko's
still
still
very
fast
healthy
up.
rewarded, and more on the way where that came from. Morilla was out for Jacko.
Seeing
Ragnaros is
third, second,
pulling
and
back.
third Morilla coming up. Jacko going straight for tier 3 here.
I am not surprised.
Yeah, he's completely decided to forego the nuke reactor and is just beelining for tier 3 here. Interesting
These
call, but
Marauders
makes sense.
bully him. He's having more and more Marauders.
More Barillas coming out, more conscripts coming out as cannon fodder.
At least I don't do a lot of damage to buildings, but that's a scary amount of Marauders.
Well, in that amount of numbers, I think Marauders will actually be able to start killing structures. So if Jacko is caught unawares,
I mean, it doesn't matter if he can just delete everything Jacko has, because that army Jacko has just straight up died from Marauders, and Marauders
Tier
alone.
3 is out for Jacko, and his power situation only keeping the lights on by about 800. That's a very careful balance of the power grid there. What's he making next? Another Tesla reactor. We're seeing vultures in the build queue for Jacko.
Well, that makes perfect sense, because if you see Ragnaros' infantry composition,
There's
where is
no
the
anti-air.
anti-air?
There isn't any. More vultures coming out on 3 war factories. That's going to be some very fast vulture production, and Jacko has 6k to afford that. However, the question is, will his standing army remain intact in order to get enough vultures out in the field? Seeing 2, Morales out to play.
He just keeps pumping up Marauders.
What Ragnaros is doing, he's working on another bioreactor. He has his radar spire down. Jacko putting his army back. Smart move there. He just doesn't.
Well, now he's building deserts. That army is delaying so much, buying so much time for these vultures, and there they come.
Here come the vultures, and
Yeah,
Ragnaros has no anti-air.
Hello. They don't do
There's a vulture deploy.
damage, so they can just bully everything.
They're going straight for Morales though, who's caught out in the open. Gets a shot off, but he's very dead.
Wow. Now the switch to Gatling is happening.
Initiates moving up against a team of 4 Desolators here. My money's on the Desolators. Vultures bullying these Marauders into non-existence.
Gat's coming. There's already 5 Gatling tanks out.
Bloody hell, Ragnaros can just pump
6
out.
on the way. He just
Yeah.
pumps them out like it's candy.
It's because he's on 4 war factories.
Here come the Gats. They're gonna take out our boat. Jack was trying to engage that. I would not do that because there's 4 more Gats incoming. 5!
Yeah, I think Jacko's cottoned on now. How many vultures did he lose in that? 2?
He lost at least 2 of them. And one's very, very low.
Jacko's mined out his native war patch here.
Yeah,
Things
move up,
could
but
get
there's
very
so
dangerous
much.
very
There's
quickly.
still so many Marauders.
Desolator deploy out from Jacko. I think that meant to try and scare him away, but that just ends up harming his own army.
Jack was born GG. That's
Player defeated.
Jesus Christ, that is just ridiculous.
Well, that's 1-0 to Ragnaros there.